Mazda tends to give us a new generation of its iconic Roadster every 10 years or so. The company considering going pure EV for the next installment. It seems the current ND MX-5 will soldier on for a few years yet. The good news is that rather than sit on its hands, Mazda has given the MX-5 a facelift for 2025. Outside, there are new headlights and fresh taillights. Notice how the DRLs and reversing light are now integrated into the light itself rather than the bumper. And inside, the seats are now trimmed in grippier material, and there's a fresh and much larger 8.8-inch touchscreen in the center of the dash. Of greater importance is a new asymmetric limited-slip differential that Mazda says should help quell some of the pre-update car's tendency to oversteer on the way into corners. And there's also a new DSC track setting for the stability control in top-spec RS versions. The promise there is greater freedom to let the lithe chassis move about while retaining enough of a safety net. The steering is ideally weighted. The manual gear shift is a tactile delight. And because there is so little weight, the handling is wonderfully agile and responsive. Like the rest of its recipe, the MX-5's cabin is refreshingly simple. The layout is logical. There are easy-to-reach buttons and dials for key controls, and the new touchscreen, which supports wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and uses updated Mazda Connect software, is a welcome addition. It is a touchscreen too, although it's just as easy to navigate the menu structure by using the BMW-like rotary dial on the console and its accompanying hotkeys. It's not exactly roomy inside, though. With an overall length of 3915mm and a width of 1735mm, this is a small car, and cabin space is at a premium. Anyone over 6 feet will need to push the driver's seat all the way back to liberate just enough legroom. RS versions gain stiffer Bilstein dampers and 17-inch BBS alloys for a more steely-eyed feel. But even so, this remains a brilliantly supple sports car. The sole engine on offer continues to be the 2.0-liter naturally aspirated 4-pot. The Revy 1.5-liter was ditched due to low demand. And while its unchanged outputs of 132 kilowatt or 205 Nm are powerful enough to feel spirited, this isn't a car that will perform huge, smoky drifts under throttle alone.